Another one.
So we are getting straight into it today with my bare face, apart from I have already filled in my eyebrows. What was that? So starting off with foundation, I'm using my Armani Luminous Silk. This is in the shade 6.5. It's a tiny bit too light for me right now, but once everything else is on, like I do cream contour and bronzer and all that jazz, once all that's on, it totally blends fine, and the actual tone of it is perfect for me. It's just a tiny bit too light, but it's super annoying because if you go darker in this foundation, then the tone is totally wrong, unless I go to a 9, but a 9 is super dark. So yeah. So then I'm taking the KKW Beauty Contour Stick. This is in the dark kit, and I'm taking the darker side and I'm contouring my cheekbones, my sort of temple, sides of my forehead, my nose, under my lips and my jawline as well. And then I'm just taking like an angled kind of kabuki brush to pat and blend this into my skin. I actually really like this contour stick. It is super creamy. It blends out so well, and it kind of leaves you with like a much more like a dewy finish. It's not like shimmery like at all, but I think just because it's so buttery, it keeps your skin like nice and fresh and glowy, and it's not too matte. And also I like this shade because it's warmer. I'm not really into the whole like really cool toned contour. I prefer it to bronze up my face rather than actually like create a fake shadow with like a grey toned contour. You guys know that anyway. If you've been with me for a while, you know that's what I like. So then I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape, and I have gone back to the light medium. I do feel like it is still a little bit too light, but the medium shade, I just don't like the tone of it. This light medium is much more of a yellow tone, whereas the medium is more like kind of peachy or like beigey colour, and I don't feel like it brightens my eye, but it is really good at covering like spots. So anyway, so I use that underneath my eyes, my forehead, my nose and my chin and kind of jawline area, and then I'm taking this kind of tapered kabuki kind of brush to pat this in to my under eye, and I tap the excess onto my eyelid as well to act as a base for our shadow when we get to that in a second. But you can see this colour just works really well for my skin tone. All these colours just work really well for my skin tone. So that is, yeah, obviously why I use them, because why would you use ones that don't? So I also take on the excess to go underneath that contour as well. So I don't put anything there, but just anything that's left over from my jawline, I just brush out there as well. And then I'm going to be setting that, so I'm taking this fluffy, like tapered fluffy brush, and I'm taking the Rodial, yeah, I did say that right, I think, translucent powder. It's one of my faves. I always go back to this one. It's so good. It really just smooths your face. I don't know how to explain it. It's just really good. So I just set all those areas. I applied the concealer. Only those areas with this. And then, oh my god, this brush. I am so obsessed with this brush for contour and bronzing my face. It's by Blank Cosmetics. They just recently sent me a whole new brush kit. Actually, most of these brushes are from that brand. But this one, oh my god, it's so small, but it's like the perfect, like it contours and bronzes. It's like, I don't know how to, we can see the shape of it, and I just absolutely love it. It just is so easy to do, and it's like just perfect to me. I can't imagine not using this for a while because I really like it. So I'm using, I forgot to tell you, my Rodial bronzing powder as well, which also is freaking bomb because it just has this like smoothing effect. I don't know what it is. They're just super buttery and they're not too powdery. So then for highlight, I'm taking the Maybelline Molten Gold highlighter. This literally is the only highlighter I've been using at the moment. I literally love it. It's just like the perfect gold champagne colour. It's super intense, and it's drugstore. It's just amazing. I honestly love it so much. By the way, I have a cold if my voice sounds a bit weird. So I'm just taking that on a large fan brush on my cheekbones, my forehead and my nose. Then I'm taking the Blank Cosmetics, this is like their eyeshadow palette. I think it's called like the Master Pro or something. And I'm actually taking the brush that it comes with and going in with this shade Festival, which is called Forza. It looks quite light here, but look, as you can see, it comes out way darker on your eye. kind of weird, but I love this colour. Oh my god, this is like me in a colour. Like, this is like my favourite type of colour. It's like super, super warm. It's not too dark, but it's got enough pigment that it's going to do something. The more you build it up, the darker it gets. It's warm, it's orangey, it's like, oh, I just really, really love it so much. Then I'm going into Carmine, which is another one that's a really nice colour. It's kind of, I don't really know how to explain it. It's just like darker, but it's also got a kind of hint of like a purple undertone, but it's still super warm. It's quite a tricky one to explain, but I really liked it. So I'm using the brush it comes with, the fluffy side first, and then I'm going to go in with this fluffy brush just to like blend it out, because obviously you can see I really winged it out, but I like to wing it out in the shape I want first and then buff it out. And then I also just applied those 2 shades underneath my eye as well. This look obviously is pretty much me. It's like very, very grungy. I go into Cocoa now, which is obviously just a tiny bit darker, just to deepen it up even further. And again, buffing out with that fluffy brush. But my makeup is this, like grungy, smoky browns. Then I go into Strut, which is like a much lighter shade, and I just use this to pack onto this sort of inner corner and center part of my eye. It's still like is a matte kind of shade, but it just helps just create some depth to your eye and keep that area slightly brighter. This is just my personal favorite way of doing eyeshadow. They then go into Goddess just to highlight my brow bone as well. Yeah, this is like just my kind of look, you know, like brown, smoky, grungy, blown out, like that is just my jam. So I'm just going to speed you through doing the other eye now, as that is that eye completely finished, obviously apart from mascara and all that stuff, but I'm just going to speed through this eye, so you can just see me doing it, but you don't need to watch the whole process again, I don't think. So once I've done that, I apply some mascara, as always, my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is actually the mini version. I can't remember why I got this in. It came in something and I've run out of all my other ones, so I'm on to my last mini, but I need to get a new one. And then for lips, I'm taking my Charlotte Tilbury liner. This is in Iconic Nude. It's my absolute favourite liner. It makes your lips look super, super plump. So I'm just lining my lips, and then I'm taking the Anastasia. Recently when I was in New York, I picked this up. It's one of her matte lipsticks in the shade Honey. Super, super nice, super, super matte. Then I decided I do need a bit of blush, so I took my Milani Luminoso, all-time favourite blush, just on a Fiber brush, just to warm up our cheeks a tiny bit. And once you've done that, this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys!